Looking at Magic the Gathering cards, underrated for less than $1.99. I'm gonna share one that I think is very, very interesting that I just came across not too long ago. Aether Spellbomb. Now, truth be told, I knew about this card for a long time, but I didn't know you could tutor for it with Urza Saga. It's a 1-mana artifact, pay a blue, sacrifice Aether Spellbomb to return target creature to its owner's hand. And I love this card because it can save my it can save my creatures. You try to kill my, you know what, you can kill the crappy creature. You can kill the next crappy creature, but when I play my bomb mythic, you cannot kill that one because I'm gonna bounce it back with the Aether Spellbomb. Oh, by the way, if you have nothing else to do with it, you board wipe me, I could exchange it to draw a card. I love this card. It is pretty interesting. Release that which was never caged. Spellbomb Inscription. Absolutely. Swords to Plowshares. How is that underrated? Maybe in Commander it is. We have all those people playing... Whoops, I'm looking up literally the word called underrated. Swords to Plowshares. Not enough of you people playing removal, I hear. Oh no! It's a creature! What are we gonna do about it? It's impossible! Well, guess what? There are some things called Swords to Plowshares that exile those creatures for a single mana! And they gain life equal to its power. Who cares about that when you can just kill them with commander damage anyway? Have all the life you want. Okay, we got Bulky with the Reef Worm. Reef Worm. Oh, this is a funny card. It's a blue 3 generic. When it dies, it's a 0/1 creature, so it's bait. That's bait over there. Create a 3/3 blue fish creature token with when this creature dies, create a 6/6 blue whale creature token. And then when that thing dies, create a 9/9 blue kraken creature token. It's actually strange to me that the 9/9, I guess it's fair that the 9/9 eats the 6/6. You know, it's just all part of the food chain. Whale is at the... No, whale is not at the top. Kraken is at the top. Kraken bigger than whale. Simple as that. Boulder with the super chat. Unearth. Hey, if nothing else, you could cycle the damn thing for 1 black mana. Sorcery, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You know, these days... You know what? It's funny. I laugh at this card for forever. And then in the end... something even crappier than this card actually becomes like a tier 1 staple in Modern. The like you're all I don't even remember the cards that they play in the scam deck to bring back the elementals. Like if a creature would die, bring it back to the battlefield. Whatever, they're busted. Well, I don't know about busted, but they're playable. Kraken's still getting taken down by 10-10 squirrels. That's right. Who would win? 10-10 Kraken or 10 little squirrels? The squirrels already beat you. Okay, next. Forgotten Ancient. What is that? From Moldy Bread. Forgotten Ancient is a green 3 generic 0/3 elemental. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a counter on Forgotten Ancient. That thing's gonna get big real fast. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. Holy crap! So this is like a combo with like Hardened Scales with maybe not Proliferate. Although it can be with Proliferate. You may move any number from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. So like let's say it has 10 counters on it, you just divvy it up to everybody, then proliferate them up. This is actually a great card. Great card for 4 mana. Steve Cooper, the Horseshoe Crab. No way. You super chatted, so it's going to be part of the show. It's a oh no, yeah, this is a combo card. The blue 2 generic 1/3. Pay a blue, untap Horseshoe Crab. You have to play the... It's that there's this aura that you like can tap, add a mana. You put an aura on the creature, and then you can get infinite untaps if that can trigger anything on the battlefield. It works! It does work. Okay, next up, we've got Station Disaster with the Haughty. Is it Haughty or Naughty? Haughty Djinn. It's a blue 1 generic, star 4 flyer, flying Djinn. Haughty Djinn is pretty hot. Power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So is a cost reducer. Could be a storm card. When I look at that card, you know what? I don't even care about the power and toughness. I don't give a crap. This is probably some sort of damn storm enabler. It's just like the more bulky, beefier version of Goblin Electromancer and Baral. F them all. Screw Baral and F them all. Storm. I'm glad. I don't know if Storm is a big thing in Commander. Used to be a big thing in Modern. Still is a big thing in Vintage and Legacy. Can't get rid of that damn Storm mechanic. Next super chat we got from Boulder. Boulder is back so quickly. Feign Death. Oh, is that what it's called? Yeah, Feign Death. Never in a million years I would have thought this could ever be part of a tier 1 deck. A black instant. Until end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, returns to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So maybe for the Commander players that are not in the loop, this is like a busted combo with Fury and Grief. So you like evoke Grief on turn 1. You Feign Death it with the evoke trigger on the stack. So Grief takes a card out of your hand. And then it's going to take, it dies, comes back even bigger as a 4/3, and then takes another card out of your hand. It's like they hardly even lost anything. It's pretty disgusting. Never in a million years. It's $1. It's $1 because it's $1 common because it sees play in a tier 1 deck. I remember when the Dijins had drawbacks. Yeah, back when they did not back when Magic the Gathering wasn't fun. Really unfun. And crap. Tommy said it's hardened. Is hardened scales under $2? Hardened scales. That's wild. Oh yeah. Well, that's a bit close. It's like a, you know, a little slightly played condition we can get at $1.99. Green enchantment. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, but that many +1 +1/+1 counters are put on instead. This combos would like proliferate, right? So you proliferate up 1, and then it just buffs it up another 1. Or whatever, however many counters you push up, it basically will double the counters. Because you proliferate once, correct? That's how proliferate works. Christopher B with Wild Swing. Sounds like an AI-generated card. The Wild Swing. I'm imagining some swing on a tree folk, and it's got like, I don't know, an evil grin on it or something. This is a real card. It's a red 3 generic sorcery. Choose 3 target non-enchantment permanents. Destroy one of them at random. We're gambling, folks! Who wants to roll the dice? Alright, it's gonna be something from column A, column B, or column C. This is so made for Commander. I don't know which one you guys are gonna get targeted, but it's not gonna be me. That's how it works around here. Prepare for the Wild Swing. Islarf with Jailbreak. Okay, white, 1 generic sorcery. Return target permanent card in an opponent's graveyard to the battlefield under their control. When that permanent enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target permanent card with equal or lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. In an opponent, so you give them something and you get something at the same time. So if you are, I like this image. Although I don't know for sure if this person's going to really break her fall. Seems very ambitious. I think she's just going to break her back. An opponent's graveyard to the battlefield under their control. So it enters the battlefield, return up to... So basically, if you need to team up against somebody, you do a little bit of a jailbreak. All right, you get something, I get something, and let's go get them. And it's any permanent. It could be enormous. It's like White Reanimator. You know, I was thinking the other day, White does have a lot of reanimation spells. It's just how it is. It's just it's actually weird. They call it like returning them to the ranks, but they seem to come back from the dead. Okay, next super chat we got from Rated Lex. She-Ray. Hopefully that's good enough. Shizu's Caretaker as a commander. Mono black. We have a black 4 generic 2/2 spirit. Whenever another creature with power 1 or less is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step if Shizu's Caretaker is still on the battlefield. So you do a little sacrifice synergy. You know, sack your board for value. It's going to come back the very next day. It's like the cat that came back. Unfortunately, can't make much of a spirit deck if this is the commander. Most of the good spirits are white and blue. Okay, what do we got? Phrasing? Oh, did I screw up my phrasing? It's not just your end step, it's everyone's end step. Oh, that's broken. Being of the next end step. Yeah, that's so you get it over and over again. So if you can sack your cards for value, you continuously sack them for like 3 turns in a row. That's great. That's cash money right there. Who doesn't like value? Mark Zilla with Inscription of Ruin. I thought this was the green one. Okay, this is a black 2 generic sorcery, kicker of black 2 generic. Let me guess. You can wipe the board with this thing. Choose one. If the spell was kicked, choose any number instead. So we can do all 3 of them for 7 mana. Okay, target opponent discards 2 cards, so a Hymn to Turok. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. I do not know a card similar to that. And destroy target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. It's interesting. It's only bringing back and destroying puny stuff, but that's about 7 mana, 3 things at the same time. I like it. Next super chat coming from Abe. What do you got for us, Abe? For the Burn Mages, Reality Hemorrhage. Great sideboard card to deal with the unbeatable protection from red creatures. Oh yes. The red 1 generic instant, Devoid. Reality Hemorrhage deals 2 damage to a creature or player. You can also do, what's it called? Maybe this is maybe the other one's more expensive. I can't remember. It was a red 2 generic with Devoid, deal 2 damage to everything. I don't remember the card's name, but it's very similar to this. So instead of dealing, and it can hit players. So this one, the bonus is you can hit players if you want. But yeah, those damn pro-red creatures. Always ruining. Protection from black, white, green, blue, useless. Protection from red, that's broken. It's absolutely broken. Red player sees a pro-red creature on the battlefield. And it's like, okay, that's it. It's danger. Code red. We're dead. We're in a lot of trouble here. We're never going to get through. Kozilek's Return. That's what I was thinking. How much is this? Doesn't see as much play. It's $1. It's $1 too. All right, it works. It's instant too. I wonder if you cast an Eldrazi spell, that's a thing, with converted mana cost 7 or greater, you can return Kozilek's Return from your graveyard. Oh, so you can exile Kozilek's Return from your graveyard. If you do, it deals 5 damage to each creature. I've been hit by that before, and I got completely spanked in that game. Did not come back, that's for sure. Allie, Army of the Damned. Only $1.50. I like it. Also a favorite of Platonic Liquids. Black 5 generic sorcery. Create 13 tapped 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. You know it's unlucky when they come in 13s. Flashback. So you can have 26. Flashback for 10 more mana. I always like 26 zombies. Vandal Blast. Man, you're about to like ruin everyone's day with this card, right? So everyone gets their artifacts on the board, everything. They've emptied their hand. And then you're like, you know what? Why don't we Vandal Blast the whole place? Destroy target artifact you don't control for a red, or if you overload it for 5, you blow up all the artifacts. Every single... actually, everything you don't control. So you keep your artifacts, no problem. Watch your other opponents suffer. Next super chat we got from Rugal. Thank you so much, Rugal. Obliterates. I like to see the world burn with great joy. My opponents don't. Greetings from Chile. Greetings. And it is actually cheap enough. Red 6 generic. It can't be countered. Sorry, blue mages. Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and lands. They can't be regenerated, but they keep the planeswalkers. You got yourself a Chandra or 2 around. Well, they're going to stick around and basically take over the game from there on out. I don't think Vandal Blast is underrated. I don't think enough people play those cards, simply. Oh, it's your favorite flavor text? The enemy has been destroyed, sir. So have the forest, the city, your palace, your dog. Yeah, your playground, your first school. It's all gone now. Toads is like capsize is only $1. I know. It's a bit clunky, but you know what? Later in the game, it's just perpetual bounce. Blue 1 generic. Return target permanent to its owner's hand, which is not bad. for 3 mana, but you can buy it back for another 3 mana. So for 6 mana, you can bounce things for forever, which I very much like doing myself. Mario with the super chat. Morsel Hoarder. What are they, hoarding the breadcrumbs or something? Oops. Morsel Hoarder. Gruul 4 generic for a 6/4 elemental. Morsel Hoarder comes into play with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove a -1/-1 counter from Morsel Hoarder. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. This is a very underwhelming card, in my opinion. But if you find it underrated, then good for you. It's like a weird 6 mana dork that can get. It comes into play with minus counters on it. You can remove them. I don't get it. Yeah, very AI art. Very AI. This is AI before AI existed. I guess, you know what? So some of these are just legitimate pictures, and the AI must be like, that is cool. That is real art. I'm gonna make all my art just like that art. The Inescapable Blaze from Gavin. Inescapable. Inescapable. What are they doing? What are they smoking in this Inescapable Blaze? The red 4 generic instant. It can't be countered. Inescapable Blaze deals 6 damage to and whoa! It's the ultimate burn spell. It's they're gonna shoot you down with fire. Oh, you're at 6 life? Alright, well, now you're dead. It reminds me of... Oh, there's another card like this. It's like 3 mana, deal 4 damage to any target. Also uncounterable. Pretty good stuff. Beam Pod with Illumination. Oh, this is a new card. White, by new, I mean I've never seen it. Carry target artifact or enchantment spell. The spell's caster gains an amount of life equal to the spell's casting cost. And they say white doesn't have counter magic. What do you call that? That's such a bizarre card. Okay, so what does that beat? It beats enchant, because like we all know white has unlimited artifact and enchantment destruction, but only when it's on the battlefield. So this is good for the gods that are enchantments. You counter it instead of letting it hit the battlefield and be indestructible. It's good for anything with an ETB that you can't interact with. Like, even if you destroy the thing, it doesn't matter. Interesting card. It's actually decent. Cannot pronounce your name whatsoever. Feather Redeemed. Feather Redeemed. Oh, the Feather the Redeemed. Is that their actual name, Feather? Hello, Feather. General Feather. Oh, hail Feather. White, red for 3/4 angel. Flying. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. Who said it was going in the graveyard in the first place? Whenever you cast an instant that targets a creature you control, instead of putting in your graveyard? Okay, if you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. I don't understand what this card does. So, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature I control, so if I target with anything, I blink, it gets exiled, and it goes back to my hand at the beginning of the next end step? Okay, sure. Feather is a rather crazy commander. I don't know how. I don't know what they're doing with this. Unless it's a bunch of... Like, it doesn't even blink. It puts it back into your hand. Bizarre. All right. Next super chat from Station Disaster. We got Emo Dane. The Pyro Hammer is broken as a commander. The Pyro Hammer. Red 2 generic for a 4/4 human knight. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, Imodane deals that much damage to each opponent. Whoa, so it's Searing Blaze for everything. Everything that deals damage, well, we're going to see... how would that work with Earthquake? So Earthquake for 6, deals 6 to everything, deals 6 to you, but then deal another 6 to everyone else? Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets... Oh, sorry, Earthquake doesn't work. Alright, Earthquake don't work. It's got to be only one instant and sorcery. Only one thing allowed. That's how it works around here. Okay, we got next. I want to build her so bad. Build her away. Oh, it's a new card. Get it while it's still $2. It might not be $2 for forever. Sorry, Cause. Oh no, I'm reading your name. Cosdal says casualties of war. Casualties of war, green, green, black, black, 2 generic sorcery. Choose one or more. What? Destroy target artifact. Destroy target creature. This is just endanger the card. Destroy target enchantment. Destroy target land. Destroy target planeswalker. This is literally AI generated all around. It's only 6 mana. Like, oh, it's not even that expensive. It's a 5-for-1. Choose one, and you don't have to choose everything. Like, if there isn't an artifact on the battlefield, F it. You just cast it anyway. Yeah, I choose all your good things, or good things from everybody. Next super chat we got from Your Mama's Llama. I love it. Horn of the Mark. Oops. Horn of the Mark, 2 generic legendary artifact. Whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack a player, look at the top 5. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So it's like, it's almost like Ancient Stirrings for creatures, or an impulse. It's like an impulse. Whenever 2 or more of your creatures attack, and it's only attack. I like that. So you don't even have to deal damage to a player. It triggers anyway. It's good value. I don't know. It seems more broken than Farewell or whatever that board wipe. I know exactly what you're talking about. But it's in Golgari, so you got to be in Golgari. It's 2 colors. Farewell was only a single color. Okay, Emerald Crowley with Persistent Petitioners for casual mill decks. Blue. Oh, this is not it. Nope, I didn't find Persistent Petitioners. There we go. Blue 1 generic 1/3 human advisor. Pay 1 tap. Return target. Target player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Tap 4 untapped advisors you control. What are you playing with? Advisor type around here. Target player puts the top 12 cards of their library into their graveyard. A deck can have any number of. Oh, you can have as many name any persistent petitioners as possible. I think this is good for a draft deck, for a commander deck. You gonna make the persistent petitioners deck? It's got to be in like the super group hug, slow battle cruiser commander world. Yeah, Farewell is gross, especially for graveyard-based decks. Oh yeah, because it wipes the graveyard, yes? Tom, welcome. Zada. Hedron Grinder. People love your monocolor commander. So do I. Okay, we have a red 3 generic, 3/3 goblin ally. It could be put in an ally deck. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Zada, Hedron Grinder, copy that spell for each other creature you control that spell could target. Giant growths for all. Oh, sorry, we can't do giant growth. +3, +0s for all. I don't remember what these cards are called. Copy that spell for each other creature you control that spell could target, and then each copy targets a different one of those creatures. And 3 cents! Costs nothing. It's literally, basically for flat broke commander players. Okay, Joshua. Thank you so much for the super chat. How about Riddle of the Lightning? Or Riddle of Lightning. It should be, when I heard riddles, I thought, oh, this is going to be a Lord of the Rings card. It's a red 3 generic instant. Choose any target. Scry 3. Then reveal the top card of your library. Riddle of Lightning deals damage equal to that card's converted mana cost to that permanent or player. That is wild. Because you just stack, you know, big fatty Eldrazi and you hit your opponent for an insane amount of damage. They won't even know it hit them. Who didn't get a suit? Hello, Antoine. Welcome. Laura Trevor didn't get a card yet. Trash for Treasure from Mirrodin. It's a Tinker in reverse. What would a Tinker be in reverse? A card is in play and you put it back into your library? So you have a red 2 generic sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this artifact, you sack the artifact. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Can you just... No, you can't. Okay, I was thinking, can you bring back the card that you just sacrificed? But you can't, because you have to choose the target before you pay the costs. So the cost comes last, which is sacking an artifact. Interesting. Very strange. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's like a Goblin Engineer type card. Except it's on a sorcery, that's all. Waking Dead with Lightning Axe. Sometimes you just need 5 damage, am I right? Lightning Axe. Sometimes you just need 5. Oh no, this is Lightning Axe. I was thinking of Lava Axe. Red Instant. Has additional cost to cast the spell. Discard a card or pay 5 mana. I've never seen anyone pay 5 mana. It deals 5 damage to target creature. It's not bad. Yes, the Lightning Axe. Let's go. Someone else plays Lightning Axe out there. Joshua, thank you so much for your super chat. Did I do that one? I didn't do this one. How about Riddle of Lightning? Didn't we do... oh, I just did this super chat. Oh, we'll go on to Robert. Robert's super chat. Bloated Contaminator. Is great, but also looks massive in his art for a 4/4. Yeah, this is some tiny little... I don't even know what this is for scale. Green 2 generic, 4/4 trample with toxic 1. Whenever Bloated Contaminator deals combat damage to a player, proliferate. That is disgusting. You know what? I saw proliferate. My stupid Yawgmoth opponents, not to say that they're stupid, they're annoying, are starting to proliferate against me because Yawgmoth has the ability to proliferate. So they put like a -1/-1 counter on all my creatures. And I could see why proliferate could be busted in the right deck. Proliferate is a very annoying mechanic. Was that a snipe? Was it really a snipe? Or was that 2 people back to back that suggested the same card, Lightning Axe? Hunter Red Talon, Elms of the Vein. We have a black 2 generic sorcery. Target opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. It's mono black Lightning Helix, baby! Who doesn't like a little bit of life gain in their deck? It's got also Madness for a black. If you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you do, you can't cast it. So you discard it to your damn Lightning Axe, and you dealt 5 damage to a creature. You also did a little bit of Lightning Helix action. Richard Smith is Heart of Kieran, please! Please do the Heart of Kieran. You know what? I don't know why this card doesn't even see more play like right now in any format. It's a 2 mana 4/4 Flying Vigilance. Crew 3 is a little chunky, but it's still 4/4 Flying Vigilance. And you may remove a loyalty counter from a planeswalker you control rather than pay the Heart of Kieran's crew cost. So you could literally play like a control deck with no creatures. And you still have a way to win. It's just how it is. Geherm, is it good in Pauper? Very likely. They got a lot of discard mechanics out there. If we're talking about the Black Lightning Helix. Cole, Ellis. Ilcore. Oops, this is not it. Ellis Ilcore. This one. It's a black-white 2/2 Phyrexian Core Cleric with a lot of words on it. Death Touch. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. Whenever a creature your opponent control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So you like board wipe, and they like, or if you wipe their board, they all lose 1 life for each creature that they had. This is an insane card. I like it. Now, if you're all looking for cards that are $1.50 or less, you know where you can find them. You find them from FusionGamingOnline.com. What is the deal of the week this week? Oh, it's Monday. You have like hours left to get this deal of the week. Save up to 20% off Commander singles. And don't forget, Lust Caverns of Ixalan's coming out. It's on the way, and it is going to be a busted set. Hopefully. I'm hoping it's a busted set, because that's the only way I can get Merfolk to be prominent in Modern and Legacy and maybe Vintage again. Pre-order them at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. And we're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. And they have a free roll event every month as well. You get free to play to enter, free prizes even if you're not a Mana Trader subscriber. But if you are a subscriber, you get like double or triple or quadruple the prizes. I can't remember. It's like 5x the price, something to that effect. If you're a Mana Traders member, they give you even more stuff. Jeremiah, thank you so much for becoming a member of the Coffee Crew. Oh, we got some good super chat for you. I love that. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_XQJ. Alright, let's get back to bizarre, crazy $2 cards less than $2, which then technically makes it $1.99. I've been planning to build a Gishath commander deck for a year now, so I can't wait for that set. Oh, the Ixalan set? Are they gonna have Gishath? Can I buy Decimate on Fusion Gaming Online? Very likely. It's very possible. Okay, we have Dark Star Ashura. Abashan. Cephalid Emperor, Blue Stacks Commander. Sounds like that's my command. That's my kind of commander. Blue 4 generic 3/3. Tap and untap Cephalid you control. Tap target permanent. Some, like Winter Orb or what is it? Static Orb. Aha, you're all taxed. I don't get taxed. Also blue. Tap all creatures without flying, including the Cephalid Emperor. You'll be tapped. When I'm in power, everyone will get tapped. I'll tap everybody. Give me a modern playable merfolk or give me death. You know what? I'm chanting the same way. Ellie with illness in the ranks. Oh my god, that is the hoser for tokens. The token hoser. Black enchantment. Creature tokens get -1/-1. They're also used to hose me as well. There's a lot of merfolk with 1 toughness. This is underrated because it's like there's a lot of creatures out there with 1 toughness. A lot. And it is just a perpetual hoser for them. It's like a removal spell perpetually. Oh no, sorry, no, it's only the tokens. Sorry, only the tokens. It did hose me though. Because I used to play with Master of Waves and it put out a bunch of 2/1 elemental tokens and they all died. Okay, so this is just for tokens. I'm thinking of, there's a curse card for 4 mana and all creatures get like -1/-1 for forever. It's good for the 2/2 zombie. Yeah, make sure you make... Yeah, put this... I don't know if you want to put this in your 2/2 zombie deck. I mean, I guess you could. You make your 26 2/2 zombies, then play Illness in the Ranks. I guess it's good in the token mirror that have smaller tokens. She did this to my Krenko. The zombies beat the Krenko goblins. Okay, Sum 124C. Spatial Binding. Blue-black. Ooh, I love old-looking gold cards. Enchantment, pay 1 life. Target permanent cannot phase out until the beginning of your next upkeep. I guess this card can come back. If you're in a meta with a bunch of people who are phasing stuff out. Hold on. Pay 1 life. Target permanent cannot phase out until the beginning of your next upkeep. But can you perpetually do that again and again at the beginning of your... No, but then that would trigger. Just trying to figure out how to break Teferi's Isle. Does anyone know how to break this card? My kingdom! To find out how to break Teferi's Isle. Come to the play. It's literally a blue soul ring on a creature. This does not work for the show, though. But maybe if it works with this, maybe it can work. Next super chat we got from Steve Cooper. Donation for chat. The donation begins. All right. Steve Cooper looking out for the coffee crew out here. Looking out for Cruznik. Howl the Night Pack. Green 6 generic sorcery. Put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield for each forest you control. That is a combo with Yavimaya. Have Yavimaya out, make as many 2/2 green wolves as you have creatures. Marco Gil Rain Dune Protector, one of the best blinkers I've ever had. Is this the blinker of all blinkers? They should make a card literally called the Blink Master. They put like Hunt Master and Master of this, Master of that. They need to make a Blink Master card. White 2 generic for a 2/3 human noble. Pay 2, tap, exile another target creature you control. You may return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If you don't, at the beginning of the next end step, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a vigilance counter and a lifelink counter on. That is actually pretty sweet. What the hell is that flavor text? Onin I Estel Edane U Chiban Estel, and that's more AI generated nonsense. I know it must be old English, not old English, old Elvish, some form of Elvish. I can't read it. There are few who can. Blink Master should be an Eye creature. It's, yeah. Wink, wink. Yeah, you got that right. Leany Fox Gaming with Blink. Okay, Blink Master Winky. Winkley. The Winkley creature. Next, another donation for chat from Steve Cooper. The Donate Knight. You are the Donate Knight around here. AI type flavor text, except it's real. Okay, we'll give it to Markzilla. Waste not. The black 1 generic enchantment. Whenever an opponent discards a creature card, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Whenever an opponent discards a land card, you'd get 2 black mana. And whenever an opponent discards a non-creature, non-land card, draw a card. Doesn't this combo hard with like Wheel of Fortune? All right, waste not. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's do this. I'm gonna have a hell of a turn over here. It's cheap and good. It doesn't waste anything. That's why it's called Waste Not. It should have a flavor text. Like, this will go great in my skull collection or something. I don't know. Did we do Decimate? Oh, this card. I love this card. Yeah. I thought this was outrageously broken when I first saw it, but there is a catch. Okay, we have a green, red, 2 generic sorcery. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, target land. The catch is you need to have targets for all these things. If you don't have, like, if there's not an enchantment on the battlefield, then it just does nothing. But it's very good. It is very good. I love this card. Waste Not is over $2. Okay, let's verify. Wilderville Drain. It's come at Wilderville Drain for $2. And you know what? In slightly played or damaged condition, it'll definitely be under $2. So it is good in my books. It passes. Next super chat from Otaku Meta, the Kinzu of the Black Coven. Sorry, of the Bleak Coven. Very bleak around here. Black 4 generic 5/4 Phyrexian vampire with flying. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life and exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 and has toxic 1. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you can pay 2 life. Okay, so as your stuff dies, pay life, get a bunch of toxic creatures out. Then they're gonna come hunting for you. They're absolutely gonna start hunting for you. No one likes infect, all right? No one likes dying to poison. We already heard enough of Rule Zeros where you need to have 20 poison in order to kill somebody. I think Waste Not, okay, so like, it looks like, for people asking about Waste Not, it just got printed in Wilderville Drain Enchanting Tales. So there's like a new Waste Not that's super cheap. And it looks like they don't waste any eyeballs. Anyway, just got reprinted. So take advantage of it while it's still like $1.99 at FusionGamingOnline.com. That's right, you can get all your Waste Knots over here. Your $1.99 Waste Knot is probably gonna be. It's in Canadian dollars, so it's probably gonna say $3. All right, next super chat from Steve Cooper, which means it's donated to the crowd. We'll give it to Voluntarism. With Arkham. Which one? Is there literally... I'm assuming it's this guy. Everyone likes this guy. Blue 3 generic 2/2. Tap. Target creature's controller sacrifices it. That player may search their library. You have to search their library for a non-creature, non-artifact card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. I thought it was like polymorph. Oh god, that thing is absolutely broken. I mean, okay, you gotta wait a turn for it. Oh, it's not. Hold on, this can't be. This one's like $7, $8. This one doesn't count. Let's look for an Arkham's Astrolabe, maybe? That one's okay. That one works. That is within the budget of this show. Okay, it's a. I don't know if this is it. It was very vague. Arkham's Astrolabe. All right, we've corrected our mistake here. For 1 snow. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. You also pay 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color in your mana pool. I would remind everyone that this card is banned in Modern, banned in Legacy, and banned in Pauper. It doesn't even look like a bannable card, but when you play against it, it's just ridiculous value. Too much value, in my opinion. Very, very good. It had, you know what? It should have said pay a snow, tap, add 1 mana of any color. They screwed up. Again, thanks so much for becoming a member of the Coffee crew, Jeremiah. I appreciate it. Brandon Campbell with a huge super chat. Keep up the fun content. Take my money. I will take your money. But then we're going to donate it. We're going to donate the super chat to... We didn't get a card yet. Hastat Invasion of Segovia. Never heard of that plane. Okay, it's a blue 2 generic Siege. Invasion of Segovia enters the battlefield. Create a 2/1/1 blue Kraken creature tokens with trample. What the? What are they, babies? What is this? The C for the baby Krakens? It's like a petting zoo around here. It's got 4, I don't know, the shield defense. I don't know what to call it. And then it turns into Keita, Sea Tyrant of Segovia. It's a 3/3, so it got a little bit bigger. Non-creature spells you cast have Convoke, and at the beginning of your end step, untap up to 4 target creatures. But I understand the baby Krakens. Let's all go to the baby Kraken zoo. It is really the C for the tiny Kraken. I guess so. Look, go see the penguins. Also go see the baby Krakens. Toilet duck with Oblivion Ring. Fun thing to do. Exile your own permanent just to get ready for that what's it called? Obliterate. Oblivion Ring. White 2 generic. Enters the battlefield. Exile another target non-land permanent. Leaves the battlefield. Return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Wait, and if there's is it legal to Oblivion Ring an Oblivion Ring with an Oblivion Ring underneath it, and there's nothing else in play? I can legally lock the game up like that? Like, I think so. I need a judge to verify that for me. Okay, next super chat. We've got with Jeremiah. Thank you so much for love your channel. Spent the last 12 hours this weekend watching your videos. I've got content for years, so you know, on any off days you're good to go. By the way, anyone tell you look like Freddie Mercury without a mustache? I haven't gotten that one yet, but other people tell me I have been compared to other actors before, and I've looked them up. I was like, yeah, that sort of does look like me. I haven't got the Freddie Mercury one yet, though. All right, you didn't suggest a card, so we are going to give that to the chat. We're going to give it to... Let's give it to Gavin. Jorn. God of Winter. Untap all snowlands when attacks. That's good value. It's green. That's a green 2 generic 3/3 god. But not indestructible. What's up with that? Whenever Jorn attacks, untap each snow permanent you control. That's busted. That's a great ability. I like that. Okay, so we have it's got a second side to it. Oh yeah, it was one of those gods where it's not indestructible, but the plus side is it's like another card all entirely. So for a black blue 1 generic, whoa, how does this work in Commander? Is its color identity also Sultai? So tap, you may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard this turn. If you do, it enters the battlefield tap. This is great. This is great value. I like that. You mill some stuff into your graveyard, you can replay. It's like, it reminds me, it's like Emery. Sort of Emery, but for permanents. Yvonne, have you seen the new Multiverse Beyond Marvel? I have not yet. It's gonna be a wild time. Magic the Gathering is gonna be wild. It's gonna be Marvel versus Batman versus South Park one day. Who knows? We already got Lord of the Rings. Gandalf's getting into the red zone versus the Transformers. Color identity is Sultai. All right, it is confirmed. Emrakul with the avatar, the World Slayer. Emrakul. Where's the... You need to have glasses. You need to have those, like, cool daddy glasses on your Emrakul. We have a 5 mana... Oh, yeah, I learned about this card the other day. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer. It's like a weird obliterate. I don't even know why you'd want to do that. But whatever. Some people want to see the world burn. All right, next super chat. We got from Makeshift. Thank you so much for your super chat. Halana and Alina partners. Yeah, I thought you were suggesting 2 cards at once that have partner, but that's the actual name. Okay, green, red, 2 generic, 2/3 human ranger. First strike and reach. at the beginning of combat on your turn, put X+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is Helena and Alina's power. That creature gains haste until end. Ooh, haste makes this pretty busted. That is very, very strong. It actually gives me... Is it Xenagos? Gives me very Xenagos vibes. The beginning of combat, and so you can basically get one hasty creature every single turn. Don't underestimate haste. You know, we have what's it called? We have Summoning Sickness for a reason. The lesbians, they also have an individual version with partner. An individual. Oh, so they're actually separated and they partner together. Oh, we got Kruznik. Phase out my permanence. World Slayer kills everything else. I win. Phase out my permanence. Oh, finally phasing does something. Oh, I get the combo. I see what you're trying to do there, Kruznik. Actually, okay, so now I get it. And my Teferi's Isle survives. So all of a sudden, phasing's not a downside. It's a feature, not a bug. Cool. You people are creative. You're very, very creative. Okay, well, let's get a free super chat in there. So in their original incarnations, they did have a part. Okay. It was more complicated back then. Okay, Crab Tribe with Spell Tithe. Spell Tithe Enforcer stops storm shenanigans. Then it's got a approval from me. It's a white 3 generic 3/3. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, that player sacrifices a permanent unless he or she pays 1. What the hell? Whenever an opponent plays a spell, this is terrible. I don't like it. It stops storm. It stops regular players as well. It stops everybody. Stop playing spells unless we well, the token. All of us, you thought I was crazy to put 26 2/2 zombies on the battlefield. Now who's crazy now? Says the zombie player. Okay, Brad Whitehead with Voltaic Key. I'm surprised more people don't play this card because that doubles your mana if you're playing. I mean, I guess you need to be like a little bit more artifact matters deck, but still, like your Soul Rings, your Mana Crypt, Mana Vaults, Grim Monolith, and there's some bigger artifacts out there. Just basically make stupid tons of mana with this card. Yeah, I don't see it nearly as often. Okay. Utsuho says, let's do John Irenicus, Shattered One for donation. All right, let's go take a look at it. John Irenicus. We have a black-blue 2 generic 3/3 elf wizard. Okay, this is a very unusual elf. Like, there are elves in black, but not many, and certainly not any in blue. I think this is the only blue elf in existence. I could be wrong. If I look up on Gatherer, there might be like one other one, but that's a really rare color combination. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control of up to 1 target creature you control. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, untap it. It's goaded for the rest of the game and it gains. This creature can't be sacrificed. You can't sacrifice. So basically, you perpetually are attacking for forever. You may not sacrifice yourself. You have to be blocked. Whenever a creature you own but don't control attacks, draw a card. I like that. You got card draw in there. It's Mr. Clean. Is that Mr. Clean as well? It could be. Oh, you mean on the bottom? Could be. The person's bald. Simic elves, probably. This is like for... Simic? For elves? Oh, maybe there are more elves in blue. Yeah, that's true. There's like 10 blue elves. Oh, it's rare. It's rare, I tell ya. Get to the green. Elves are base green. And to get as far as blue, that's on the other side of the color pie, damn it. It's on the other side. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Let's look for a freebie. Nadzir with Battle Mammoth. We got green 3 generic 6/5 elephant. I should have an elephant sound effect. Trample. Whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Love it. You come from my... Actually, how useful is that ability? We even established today that Swords to Plowshares probably is underrated. One of the greatest complaints about Commander is like some creature people can't deal with because they just don't run enough targeted removal. Someone else will deal with it. Someone else will have a board wipe or something. But just in case they do have some... Oh, actually, you know what? Just in case they try to steal your creature, you're going to draw a card. If they try to steal your creatures and stuff, you'll draw a card out of it. Marco, Hate Flare. Let the hate flow through them. I love comboing off with Burning Anger and lots of red mana, or experimental, Kraj plus Kami of the False Hope. Kraj can go infinite by giving +1/+1 counters everywhere. So this is a 7 mana 5/5 elemental with Wither. So when it deals damage in the form of -1/-1 counters, pay a red and 2 generic. Untap it. You attack with it and then you can untap it after that. They should bring that back. Hate Flare deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Busted! But you better have some ability like that for 7 mana. That's all I'm gonna say. You better get a little value. For 7 mana, it's a lot. Okay, King Ginger with Over Encumbered. This card isn't even out, so we don't even know. It's very uncertain if this is even going to be $1.99 upon release. It is a white 1 generic enchant opponent. Oh, so it's like a curse. When over encumbered enters the battlefield, enchanted opponent creates a clue token, a food token, and a junk token. What the hell's a junk token? At the beginning of combat on enchanted opponent's turn, that player may pay 1 for each artifact they control. If they don't, creatures can't attack this combat. What a curse. Oh, so it's like their whole... Oh! Is a junk token literally nothing? Is it like a token for the point of doing, like, crap? So the flavor is they've got so much junk on them that they can't attack. I have no idea what this is. I feel like such a boomer. I don't even know what Fallout is, although I'm sort of familiar with this this guy's face. Kicked in the junk. So it is holding you back. Tell you what, if you get kicked in the junk, you will be incapacitated for the turn. Junk token lets you scry. Well, that sucks. Better scry deep. There is the gun you keep asking about. Oh, we got a gun. We literally have we've got guns now in Magic the Gathering. Literally firing bullets. Magic the Gathering has come a long way. Okay, let's get to some super chats. We've got Linny Fox Gaming with the mutagenic growth. I will admit, I'd never see this coming. When I attack, like it's good in combat. So when you attack, or even when you block, and if you just have to deal a little 2 extra damage, it's basically like, you know, it's like a shock, effectively. It's like gut shot. Not enough people play with this card. Not scry, impulse draw. Oh, so you look 4 cards deep? Okay, that's great then. Okay, it's not so much junk. Lord Trevor, did we get one from you today? Eon Hub. Eon Hub from 5th Dawn. So many cards effects happen at upkeep. Why not stop them altogether? You're right. 5 mana players skip their upkeep steps. Pretty sure we've seen this one on the show before. It was a complete mind blow when I first found this one. Donate. You have like donate hard too. Donate with a vengeance. All right, let's get 3 super chats to the community, to the coffee crew. Let's start off with Iris with Mael's Aria. We have a white, green, red enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control if you control a creature with power 5 or greater. It's like Proliferate the old-fashioned way. Then you gain 10 life if you control a creature with power 10 or greater. Then you win the game if you control a creature with power 20 or greater. Oh, we're going to make that word. That's interesting. So you have an instant I win the game card. All right, next super chat going to Mr. Dead Marshmallows. Whoops, what am I doing here? This is the second super chat. We'll go to the Mr. Dead Marshmallows of Rod of Absorption. It's absorbing. Blue 2 generic artifact. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard as it resolves. Pay X, tap, sacrifice Rod of Absorption. You may cast any number of spells from among cards exiled with Rod of Absorption with total mana value X or less without paying their mana costs. Is this like super... There's that 2 mana artifact. You exile an instant 2 mana or less. This is the exact same thing, except it's on crack. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, exile it instead of putting it into a graveyard as it resolves. And actually, you're stealing their stuff. And you can also steal your own stuff. Interesting. Cool. All right, we'll get next super chat will be given to Michelon, the Ice Flow. That's not Ice Flow. But it keeps showing me this. Ice, how about, okay, hold on, no, it's Ice Flow with a W? I don't know how to find this card, Michelon. Ice? Well, look up Ice. What shows up for Ice? Too many cards for Ice, 290 cards. Okay, we're gonna give the next one to Bread then. Wake the Past. 7 mana! Sorcery, return all artifact cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. So you can put this in an eggs deck. Sack all your eggs for cards, mana, wake the past, they all come back. Your eyes are so dark you look possessed? Oh my goodness. I think they're okay. The Ice Age land? I don't know what this is. It's actually Ice Flow. Then why can't we find, okay, hold on, let's look up Flow. Okay, Scryfall is busted. Okay, we have Ice Flow. I love the cool stuff from Ice Age. They had cool lands back then. You may choose not to untap Ice Flow during your untap step. You tap target creature without flying that's attacking you. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as Ice Flow remains tapped. This is great! This is amazing! I love this card. It's like perpetual it's a worse Maze of Ith, but it's a second copy of Maze of Ith. It doesn't hit the flyers, but who cares? Actually, hold on, Maze of Ith, did that hit flyers? Just out of curiosity. Untap target attacking creature, that's hilarious. Even the flyer, like the flying thing can fly over the maze. It doesn't give a crap about it, but Ice Flow does care. Doesn't make mana. Oh, I don't care. You know what? My favorite lands don't make mana. I think cards like Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale, I hate that playing against that card, but I think that card is cool. I want to bring lands back that don't do crap. They don't add any mana, but they're like an enchantment. I'm all for it. Give me these lands back. I love Magic back then in the day. You sacrificed your land drop for this damn thing. It would make Primeval Titan even that much more busted, though. All right. Okay, live free or don't add hard. Another super chat from... This is like the billionth super chat here today. Okay, we're going to donate that one to... LN Chan Gaming. Also, sorry for being late. Oh, well, that's not a card. Beamtown Bullies. Everyone plays the Beamtown. I don't think that's an underrated card at all. Let's look at Hull Breach. That's a blast from the past. Hull Breach. It's a red, green, 1 generic for, what's it called? It's a sorcery. Choose one. Destroy target artifact or destroy target enchantment or destroy target artifact and target enchantment. These days they would... It's pretty stupid that it's worded like this. Like back then, like that's just how it was. Today, this would look AI generated. Because these days, it's like choose one or both. Destroy an artifact, destroy enchantment. Or so it'd be like destroy artifact, destroy enchantment. And that'd be it. Choose one or both. Not like... Okay, let's give them this third option where you could destroy the artifact and the enchantment. Yeah, extra word salad for no damn reason whatsoever. Used to love Hull Breach. It was a house back in the day. It's still not too bad. It's a 2-for-1. Who doesn't like 2-for-1s? Jesse Saul with a super chat. Champion of the Parish. Love my white weenies. For years, I was envious of this card as well. the white 1/1 human soldier. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of the Parish. And I can say from experience, I was beaten down by 8/8 Champion of the Parishes many times. These things can get ungodly big. Because it's their turn 1 play. The humans decks, it's their turn 1 play. Also can be played in a soldier deck, because most soldiers are humans. Just make sure all your soldiers are humans, that's all. And a lot of humans are soldiers. Maybe not every human is a soldier, but a lot of soldiers are humans in this game. The good ones, at least. Okay, next from the freebie section. Let's get something from... Oh, actually, did we get anything from Safifi? Artifact mutation is so good and no one plays it. Can't understand why. Let's see if we can find out. Now, it's 2 mana, instant. Destroy target artifact. It can't be regenerated. Create X 1/1 green sapling creature tokens where X is the artifact's mana value. This thing is awesome. You're right. And it's an instant speed. It's artifact removal. You get creatures. You play it in a flash. I think it's very underrated. I guess the downside is you need to be in Gruul. You gotta be playing your Gruul. Speaker D, Company Commander. The Company Commander, what is this, the CEO of Commander.inc? Okay, we have a black, white, 2 generic, 2/4 human soldier that has command section. Oh, you're a manager, are you? When Company Commander enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to the number of opponents you have. Bring it down. Whenever Company Commander attacks, creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn. So don't be blocking. Don't be blocking my 2/2 zombies around here. You block my zombies, you're gonna get it. They might be 2/2s, but they have death touch. Rise Again says it's rather okay. So in response to artifact mutation, it's rather good if you have an artifact to blow up. Otherwise, it does nothing. You know what? You could say that about a lot of cards, though. I've sometimes had removal that does nothing. I've had misdirections just doing nothing in my hand because it couldn't target a thing with a single target. Damn it. That is I play misdirection a lot, but I would say it's overrated. People just don't play enough singular pointing removal. Okay, let's get back to some super chats, because they do exist. Did we do Tortured Existence? You gave 2 super chats. Hold on, did we do Tortured Existence? No, we didn't do it. Okay, Tortured Existence, and then we'll donate the other super chat to somebody else. Tortured. It's a black enchantment. Pay a black, choose and discard a creature card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This is great. So your best, I like this card because later in the game, when you draw like some random garbage, well, like this is too late in the game for it. I'm gonna bring back my best creature from the graveyard. I like that card. That is good value. Okay, and then you had another super chat that has gone to waste because it's the exact same card. So we'll donate this one to... Do Turiat's suggestion? What's Turiat's suggestion? Okay. Whenever somebody says do somebody else's card, I'm even more curious. From the Catacombs, because you guys are just sticking out for each other. Black, 3 generic sorcery. Put target creature card. It's from the Catacombs. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a corpse counter on it. You take the initiative. Initiative? That's broken! If that creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. Escape for black, 3 generic. Exile 5 other cards from the top of your library. So you can actually play this again from your graveyard over and over again. Oh no, you may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape. Yeah, it doesn't get exiled, right? You just exile 5 other cards and you keep perpetually play this damn thing. Great card. David Sampson. Do you get one culling? The culling culling ritual. Is this a sacrifice thing? Pretty sure you sacrifice something. Oh no, this one. Black, green, 2 generic. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less, and you add mana. Black or a green for each permanent destroyed this way. It's a sorcery. All right, next super chat we got from Makeshift. Thank you so much, guys, for your super chats. Bess! Soul Nourisher. Attack with the 1/1s. Okay, we have a white-green 1, a generic 1/1 human citizen. I am just a citizen around here. Nothing to see here. Whenever one or more other creatures with base power and toughness 1/1 enter the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Bess Soul Nourisher. Base power, toughness. It has to be exactly 1/1. I guess you can just make a bunch of tokens, though. Whenever Bess attacks, each other creature you control with base power and toughness 1/1 gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Bess. So Bess boosts your 1/1 weenies. Oops. That's exactly what it does. Bess is looking out for the little guys. That's what Bess does around here. Propaganda? How is that an underrated card? I play that damn thing. Propaganda is an amazing... Is Propaganda like an underrated card? I thought Propaganda is just like a staple everyone plays. You don't even think about it. You make a commander deck, okay, you put Propaganda. Propaganda saves you so much. You put Propaganda out and immediately nobody wants to attack you, even if it can cost them 2 mana. I've done 800 damage with her. That's insane. No one had... So the answer to Bess is the, what is return, no. Rank? What is that card that we just looked up today? It was the 1 black. Illness and ranks. Is it illness? There we go. There we go. I could see where someone would want to play this against someone who's playing a deck with a bunch of 1/1 tokens. Propaganda isn't less than $1.99, is it? I thought they reprinted this. Propaganda. It's like $2.36 in heavily played condition. It's playable. Anyway, this is no chance. That card is underrated. That is a very good card. Very accurately rated, in my opinion. Utsuho with some sort of ribbon card. Cut and ribbon. Secret Lair D print has cool art and effects. Let's look at the... Uh-oh. Yeah, but I have no idea what the card does. Okay, we have... Okay, I'm going to try to interpret this from the Secret Lair card. Cut for a red 1 generic. Sorcery. Deals 4 damage to target creature. Ribbons! Black X. Aftermatch. Each opponent loses X life. How's it work? You can play from the graveyard? Yeah, it's Aftermath. If you know what that means. Cast the spell only from your graveyard. Those were cool 2-for-1s back then. They were cool 2-for-1s. And that's it for Coffee and MTG. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. I really appreciate it. And the rest of the Coffee crew appreciates it. And of course, if you want to be part of the show, be part of the Coffee crew, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel, either a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show. It all helps. Keeping us all, bringing us together every single morning. And we got to thank everyone who shows up in the morning, like Bread, Toads, Mr. Deadhead. We got Mario, Crab Tribe, Ali, Mark Zilla, Tom, Emerald, David, Steve Cooper, Ellen Chan Gaming, Old Boy Avatar. What else did I miss? Sofifi. Everyone's spamming so Iris. Oh no, Ali. Iris, Jess, so many people. Cole, Speaker, Makeshift, Christopher B, of course, Christopher B, King Ginger. Because without you guys, I'd have no show. You guys are the show. So as usual, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next